Hi, my fruity cutie with the booty. What's up? My name is Jeanette, and welcome back to Your Raw Vegan Coach, which is my new series that I'm really excited about. And let's get right into it. Your new mantra needs to be, how can I make this easier? I'm going to talk all about how to make the raw food diet easier. But, Tony Robbins said, if you change the questions you're asking yourself, you will change your life. And most likely, if it's not easy yet for you to be raw, then you've been asking yourself the question, why is this so hard? Or why can't I just have one bite of something? Or why do I overeat? Or why am I such a failure? Or why don't I have any willpower? Or why am I not like everyone else? Or you're not supposed to be like everyone else. You're special, you're different, you're not average, but we're going to talk about that in another episode. The point is, you're asking yourself the wrong question. So write this down. I want this to be the new question you ask yourself, okay? How can I make it easy for myself to eat raw? How can I make it easier for myself? And when I say easier or easy, I'm talking about how can I make it easier for myself to succeed? How can I make it easier for myself to eat raw, right? That's the question. When I say easy, I'm talking about also delicious. Like, you cannot suffer through this lifetime. If you are suffering on a raw food diet, you are going to cheat on the raw food diet. Just like in a relationship. If you're suffering in a relationship and you're a cheater, you gon' cheat. So I don't want you cheating on your raw food diet anymore. I want you to stay faithful long enough to see the results, to see the weight loss, to clear your skin, to grow your hair, because the truth is that it took me over 10 years to grow my hair nice and thick. I had very, very thin hair because I was dyeing it a lot. Since I was 14 years old, I was bleaching my hair blonde, and it took me a long time for my hair to heal. But guess what? The body is infinitely more intelligent than me, than my fucking ADD ways. So like, I wanted to grow hair in 2011. I wanted my hair to be super long like it is now, thick and healthy. But like, maybe I had a tumor in my kidney that my body prioritized. Maybe I had some, bacterial infection I didn't know about, or like, jabs that needed to be detoxed, or prescription. I know I had hundreds of thousands of prescription pills that needed to be detoxed, that needed to be gotten out of my body before it turned into a tumor. Okay. I was given, this is just a little bit about me. Okay. So when I was younger, I was lactose intolerant, like many of us, because I'm not a baby cow. So I was given a pill that I had to take every single night, and I had to drink 16 ounces of cow's fluid, okay, from the mammary gland. It's also known as milk, but birthing fluid from a cow. I had to drink 16 ounces of that every single night before I had dinner, before I was allowed to eat dinner. I was by my grandparents when I lived with them. Okay, so thank God it was only like 5 years. It wasn't my whole childhood, but yeah, for 5 years every night. That's thousands of pills. I don't even know what this pill was called. I have a client who was forced to take fluoride pills for her teeth. Okay, so thousands and thousands of fluoride pills, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. Okay, because I was constantly on antibiotics, Z-Paks for my I had chronic bronchitis as a kid and major IBS issues, always getting infections in my GI tract. So I took a lot of antibiotics and prescription drugs as a kid. And so my body prioritized detoxing those and healing my liver and healing my organs, my spleen and my GI tract, my intestines. So that's why it took my body a long time to grow my hair, maybe. So the point is, I want you to stay on a raw food diet long enough to feel the results and see all the results you want. Because if I would have given up on the raw food diet, I would have never been able to grow my hair and clear my skin and lose the weight and keep the weight off. Because who cares about losing weight if you only gain it back in 6 months, a year, 2 years later? Fuck that. All that hard work and learning new skills, learning new ways to eat, all for nothing. Fuck that. So, but the point is, back to the point of this video, which is, how do you make it easy? Because now that I know how to make it easier, I'm gonna give you some tips, but now that I know how to make it easy to be raw, it's easier to eat raw than it is to eat junk food. It's easier for me now to be raw than to ever have cooked food again. Some of you guys are asking yourself the wrong question. Why is it so hard? Why can't I do this? What's wrong with me? That's the wrong question. Write down your new question and keep it in your wallet and put it on your refrigerator and put it on your bathroom mirror. I don't care if the decor doesn't match. Do something to make it match. What can I do to make it easier for me to eat raw? Here's how I do it, okay? And this is just for my personality. You're going to take what resonates and leave the rest. I keep it very simple, but very, very delicious. Very delicious. So everything I do is simple and delicious. Okay, so lunch today, 8 persimmons. Delicious. Like, I can't think of anything on earth that is more delicious than ripe persimmons. I learned how to pick out my fruit. That's really important. So watch all the videos. You can watch my videos. I have a tutorial called Fruity Tutorials. It's a playlist that I will try to link below if I remember, but maybe somebody else will link it for me below. I don't know if you guys can do that for me. But anyway, so basically, long story short is that I learned how to pick out my fruit, and I have the most delicious mono meals. Grapes, cantaloupe, really, really ripe, delicious cantaloupe, honeydew, persimmons, mangoes in the summertime, watermelon in the summertime. In the wintertime, I do really delicious fruits like persimmons, figs in the fall. Melons are really good right now. I do bananas, lots of smoothie bowls. And if you don't like cold food, then guess what? Bake your bananas. They're fucking delicious. Steam your bananas. They're delicious. Put some cinnamon, maple syrup on there. How can I make it easier for me to stay raw? If you're focused on being perfect, it's not going to work. And how about if you really love warm food or cooked food, then say, how can I make it easy for myself to be healthy? How about that? How can I make it easier for myself to eat 100% healthy and guilt-free? Because the worst thing that you could ever do is eat anything that makes you feel guilty. Guilt is a useless emotion that is destroying your self-esteem and your life and your health goals. Fuck that. Okay, so I took some notes. I want to read them so that I don't forget anything. All right, so the mantra for every successful raw vegan is, it's easy to be raw. It's easy to be raw. So how can you make it easier? Okay, I talked about Tony Robbins, and then I want to just say that you've been telling yourself a lie that it's easier to eat cooked food. Okay, and that you get really tempted when you make food for your family, and like, it's so easy to take a bite, and then one bite leads to 2 bites and 3 bites. Okay, that's a lie, because let me just tell you right now, it's not easy to be overweight, and you fucking know it. It's not easy to hate your body or hate yourself or be guilty or feel sick or have stinky fart syndrome or be constipated or have acne. It's not easy. So it's a lie that it's easier to eat junk food or cooked food. That's a lie. Your whole entire life gets easier when you go raw, because then you feel amazing. You have so much energy. You sleep better. You feel better about yourself. You feel lighter. You love your body. You don't have to suck in your stomach. You can wear whatever you want. Your life gets easier. You see, you're telling yourself a lie, and it's because nobody around you knows this is a lie, so you think it's true. It's not true. Eating raw is way easier. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, everything gets easier. No, you don't have to be perfect. Yes, you have to do what you can and use what you have. If you're miserable in the wintertime, eat some steamed or cooked, baked, whatever, sauteed fruit or vegetables. You don't have to have a frozen pizza. I'm not telling you to eat frozen pizza. And if you find yourself just constantly falling off, keep saying to yourself over every day, hundreds of thousands of times a day, seriously, set an alarm every hour to say it 10 times a day, write it out 10 times every morning, 10 times every night. How can I make it easier for myself to be healthy? Or you want to be 100% raw? Do it, boo. How can I make it easier to be raw? Easier. Not what machine can I buy, because guess what? All these machines make it harder. Yeah, because yo ass has to clean them. Yo ass has to buy all that produce to juice. Yo ass has to hear the dehydrator for 18 hours just to eat a simple meal. Fuck that. You don't need one piece of equipment to go raw. You need a knife and a plate and a spoon and a fork, a big salad bowl. You want to get a blender, okay, but that is it. You don't need a goddamn other thing. You know what you need? You need a reality check. That's what you need to go raw. You need a reality check, okay? And I'm going to give it to you. You can cash it, okay? But wait a few days to cash it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't go raw now, If you don't get healthy now, you will never do it. And you will have to get what life gives you, which is excess weight, which is of disease, which is a body you hate and low self-esteem and a life that you don't even fucking like in a body that you don't like. If you don't take care of your body, you have nowhere else to live. You have to live in your body your whole life. You can travel to Thailand, you can go here, you can rent a new apartment, you can buy a new, but you have one body that you were given to take care of. And if you don't take care of it, nobody else can do it for you. You can get the surgery, you can buy the new Nama fucking whatever milk maker, but if you don't take care of your body, if you don't stay consistent and find a way to make it easy to stay consistent on a raw food diet, then you will suffer diseases that are totally preventable, that are going to cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars. I almost said millions, but over your lifetime, maybe millions of dollars to try and heal. Okay? Have you ever gotten so sick that you'll spend any amount of money to heal? Yeah. Why are you waiting? Oh, it's too much money. I don't want to spend that much money on persimmons. Fuck that. I'm going to spend as much money as I can on persimmons because that's how I stay healthy. That's how I stay consistent on a raw food diet. I have clients, I go shopping with them, and I let them, here's what I do. I let them pick out the food first. I let them shop regular. We're shopping, I'm shopping, they're shopping. Okay, and then I look at their cart, like we separate. I look at their cart, and I'm like, how many days did you shop for? They said, oh, 2 weeks. Yeah, I shop every 2 weeks or 1 week. This is a full week. No, it's not. You're going to fall off. You're going to fall off the raw food diet with that shit. Buying 6 persimmons for 7 days? Are you out of your fruity mind? 6 persimmons is 1 meal, boo. 1 meal. So like a 1 bag of grapes for 1 week, 1 melon for 1 week? That's a meal. You've got to think differently. You've got to think in terms of meals, okay? And yes, you're going to have to buy more, and no, it doesn't have to be organic. And if you're on a budget, buy lots of bananas and lots of apples and nothing's organic. That's okay. Soak it in baking soda and white vinegar. But if you have the money, but you're like, oh, it's going to go bad. It's not going to go bad. You're going to go bad. Your health is going to go bad. Your body's going to go bad. Your body's going bad. We're all fighting cancer right now. You know that, right? I can't say that word on YouTube. We're all fighting disease. Whatever we do daily feeds it or starves it. So what did you eat today? Are you feeding the disease? You're going to have to deal with the consequences. You know, the compound effect is always working. It's either working for you or against you. And so I highly recommend you check out The Compound Effect, the book by Darren Hardy. It helped me so much. I was already raw for 6 years before I read the book, but like I have read it multiple times and I've listened to it over 50 times now because it's just so good. And I never knew about goal setting and I never knew I could be an entrepreneur as a kid. In fact, my mom, rest in peace, love her so much. She always told me there's no way I could write a book because nobody in my family's ever written a book. And here I sit with 1, 2, hit myself in the face, 3, hold on, we're not done now, 4, 5, there's more, but I just don't have them in front of me, 6, 7 published books and over 10 ebooks. Like, my mom did not know who I was. She didn't know what was possible. She didn't know what was possible for herself or for me. And so if you're feeling like depressed or, you know, like you're not motivated and your family's been convincing you can't eat raw because you got to get protein and stuff, they don't know what's possible. It's been over 14 years since I've eaten cooked food or processed foods or a dead animal's body part or cheese or dairy. So like what they say you need protein powder. I never had protein powder. That's a lie. In 2011, I used to have smoothies with Sun Warrior protein powder, farting up a storm, terrible digestion, bloated as fruit, okay? And I thought it was because I was detoxing, right? Or just like it was part of eating raw. I was like, wow, you fart a lot as a raw vegan. And then I realized one day I ran out of the protein. I made my smoothie with just bananas, hemp seeds, spinach, mango, and water or almond milk at the time. And I didn't fart all day. And I was like, wait a minute. Was it the protein powder? It was the fucking protein powder. The raw vegan protein powder. Messing up my digestion. Fucking me up from the inside out. Then I gave up the protein powder. The bloating went away. My skin started getting nice and clear. No makeup required, boo-boo. Like, life is easier. It's easier when you're raw. But you have convinced yourself by asking yourself the question of, why is this so hard? Why can't I do this? Why can't I ever lose weight? Why can't I keep it off? Why am I not disciplined? Why can't I? Wrong question, boo. Starting today, I want you to ask yourself, how can I make it easier to eat raw? And if you want to say an affirmation, you can say, it's so easy to eat raw. It's so easy to be raw. It's so easy to lose weight. Because that's exactly, and I'm telling you from experience, that is exactly what I did in 2011. I changed my question and I changed my affirmation. Every day you're saying affirmations, whether you want to or not. You're saying, I can't lose weight. I can't do this. I can't stay away from chocolate. I can't quit coffee. It's not the time. I can't do this. I can't do that. I can't write a book. I started telling myself, it's so easy to write a book. The universe opened up doors for me that I didn't think were possible. And now I just published my recipe book on Amazon. It's not ready yet, though. Don't order it. I'm still editing it. But like, I thought I had to be perfect to write a book. Meanwhile, fucking multiple books. This book is not even edited. It's on Amazon. People are buying it. I'm sorry. I'm working on editing it still. But it's out there. It's not perfect. Okay. This one is perfect. Thank you, Sherry, because she's perfect. This one is perfect. Thank you to me, because I did edit this myself. But the other books, they not perfect. This testimonial book is not perfect. But it's done, and done is better than perfect. I was never perfect as a raw vegan, but I lost the weight, and losing the weight is better than being perfect. So who's the fucking idiot now? The old me was trying to be perfect for 20 years on a diet, and it never worked. Yes, I'm almost 40. I'm turning 40 in 3 months. And yeah, I know. Thank you. I know. Listen, it never worked, and it won't work for you either. Nobody on earth is perfect. And that's why you're failing. You're asking yourself, why can't I be like this YouTuber? Or why can't I be perfect? But you don't need to be. You're asking yourself, why is this so hard for me? It's hard for you because you haven't asked yourself the question, how can I make it easier? Easier. Focus on making it easier. Okay, so watch the episode before this. You might like it. It's about your personality type. I'll leave it below, and how you can make it a little bit easier for yourself to be raw. If you don't like simple mono meals, well, first of all, you haven't had persimmons. You haven't had really, really good fruit, because if you have, you don't mind eating a whole meal of jackfruit, or a whole meal of the most delicious cantaloupe or honeydew or mangoes or watermelon. And I don't care where you live. There's a place that has amazing fruit in your town. I don't care if you're in Canada or Thailand or Bumblefuck, Michigan, or Brooklyn, New York. Go to Sheepshead Bay Fruit and Vegetables in Brooklyn, New York. Mwah. Go to Chinatown. By the way, the best persimmons of my life was from Sheepshead Bay Fruit and Vegetables. Shout out to them. Okay, I wanted to end each episode. I keep forgetting to do this, but I'm going to pick a random ass testimonial in my book, Raw Vegan Testimonials. Oh, it's actually called The Healing Powers of a Raw Vegan Diet, 100 Life-Changing Testimonials of What Raw Food Can Do, written by me and fruity cuties from all around the world. So this is over 100 testimonials of people that have not been perfect, but have gotten the results because they gave up the perfection and they leaned in towards, how can I make this easy for myself? So I'm going to choose, okay, just did. The first testimonial that I'm reading is from Brianna Lyons. Oh my God. So I just chose the page that she's on. And let me just tell you a story about this fruity cutie. I met her in I want to say 2020, but it might have been before that. Okay. So she started reaching out to me. She joined my private community in 2020, or maybe a little bit before that. And she was like, I've been a big fan of yours since you've been living in Brooklyn, New York. Now you're living where I live, Florida. And we never got together until she moved to Orlando. And then we started hanging out in person. She is an amazing fruity cutie. I love her so much. I'm going to leave her Instagram below and her YouTube. I love her. She's so freaking cute. We she became a really good friend of mine. We did the Raw Beauty Retreat together, the first one together. And then she's one of my managers at Woodstock Fruit Festival. She became a really good friend of mine. She helps me with the Food Addiction Freedom course. She helps people in my Misfit Mondays. So she's been a really amazing person, amazing friend of mine. And she is the first testimonial I'm going to read on page 151. Here we go. You ready? Transitioning to a high raw food lifestyle has been like discovering a secret superpower for living life. Imagine waking up each morning feeling not just awake, but truly alive. I now have the mental clarity to tackle my to-do list and emotional balance to navigate life's ups and downs, especially while being a mom. Yeah, that's the magic of raw foods for me. They've become my go-to fuel for feeling my best, both mentally and physically. No more midday energy crashes or brain fog. I now have the energy to play with my daughter any time of day. The best part, it makes me want to cry because her daughter is going to have such a better childhood because Brianna is taking care of herself and eating a high raw vegan diet. And like Brianna's just like me, she's vegan for the animals, but like she didn't go vegan for her health. Just like me, I went vegan for the animals. But then we realized our health matters too. Like it matters. It affects our life, our family, our kids. I don't have kids yet, but she does. Our mental health, our physical health, our emotional health is determined by what we eat. And I'm just so freaking proud of Brianna for reaching out to me long ago and us becoming friends. And I've hung out with her many, many times. We've done yoga together. We did Woodstock Fruit Festival together. She's just so amazing. And let me continue. The best part is that it's not just about what I'm eating, it's about how I'm feeling. Raw foods have brought a sense of balance and peace to my life that I never knew was possible. I love that I'm able to teach my daughter, Yana, okay, how to fuel her body with nature's best nutrients. Raw foods are a game changer, and they've transformed how I approach health and happiness. Love, Brianna Lyons. And her Instagram is Love Brie Energy. I'll leave it below. Everybody got to go follow her. I love her so much. And Yana is her daughter, Y-A-N-A. Oh, I forgot. It's an acronym for something, and now I feel like a terrible auntie. What is it an acronym for? You always not available? You're always not available. Is that it? No, it can't be it. Always not. You're always not alone? Is that it? I don't know. You're always not alone. Is that it? Okay, Brianna, leave it down below. I feel like, love you, boo. Love you, Brianna. Thanks for being a part of the book. If you guys want to check out the book, you can get the ebook or the real paperback copy on Amazon now. And it's not fully edited, but fuck it. It doesn't need to be. A typo here or there, fuck it. I just needed to get this out because I want you to get inspired. And there's hundreds of inspirational testimonials with lots of before and afters in here as well. Let me find one of them. Okay, here's one. Before and after. Wait, there's some really good ones in here, okay? My boo Martha's in here. My friend Bobby Buns is in here. Ugh. And he lost, hundreds of pounds. Ugh. I cannot find it. I'm feeling the pressure. I want to find it. I should, you know what? Maybe it's in the other copy. I thought I folded down the pages. Hold on. Sorry. I folded down some pages here. So, yeah, look at this guy. He's on his rebounder. Look at that. Okay. Don't look at my nails. Please do not look at my nails. So anyway, I have lots of photos of him in the book. Yeah. Amazing testimonial of what raw foods can do. Focus. Yeah. So, if you want to listen, if you want to check this out, you can check it out. If not, fuck it. You don't have to. I'll send you the copy for free, the ebook version. So send me an email. I'll leave it down below. I have my new course starting January 1st. If you're interested, I'll leave information down below. And that's it. Love you guys, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye. Watch this again. There's a lot of good stuff here. Watch it again, boo.